Don't quite know though. Oh, we are live. This is welcome to Flight Gaming. Today we're gonna be playing some Ace Combat 7. This is one of my favorite games from 2019. This is an awesome game. Blowing stuff up. This is a good time. Welcome to my first live stream on my channel. We're gonna be talking a little bit about my plans and talk a bit about the game. There will be spoilers, so if you want to pick up the game and you want to try it out, I highly recommend it. It's a good game, it's fun, and if you're on PlayStation 4, there is a VR mode. I believe this year they are talking about bringing VR as well to PC. We are going to be starting a fresh campaign. Quick disclaimer, I have played through this several times. I have all the aircraft unlocked. We're just going to be playing through, trying out some different cool aircraft, and have a good time. We are going to play up to mission 5 today, and we're going to see how that goes. Anyways, without any further ado, let's play some Ace Combat 7. Just quick thing, we're going to be playing on hard difficulty, because, well, why not?
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my team their skills and some dirty jokes, but with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osius fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have been doing your best to see this piece of junk. Should have built a return too.
Well, that was the first cutscene.
Is everyone here?
If you guys enjoy the video, we will continue to go through this. Here's the brief.
You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Grays Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble. All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
So for this mission, we are going to be using the F-16. It's the starting aircraft, so I figured why not. Let's use it for the first mission. I do also have all of the ace skins. So, yeah. Now, as most YouTubers would say, I'm going to also iterate. Please subscribe. I am a new channel, and everybody who's new, I welcome. We will continue to be playing all sorts of different games. Definitely a week from today, I'm definitely going to be starting my playthrough of SnowRunner, because it's coming out on the 28th.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
I am, just a quick thing, I am playing in Expert Flight Control mode, so we will be doing barrel rolls and loops and maybe even some post-stall maneuvers later.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble, get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
Carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for, understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack, Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco.
I do want to point out any games for new people and for new people, any games that you would like to see me play live or just in
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2.
Chat it.
Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
I hope you, all of you are doing well and staying safe, especially with all of this world stuff happening.
They're way overhead.
Our fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Vital 3 engaging.
Target confirmed down.
Looking
good, Mage 2.
When you first start the game and you first start the campaign, it will
Mage
show
2,
you
targets in
a
range,
basic
parabombers.
tutorial.
Trigger, stay calm.
Accelerate.
I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Locked.
I'm gonna go for 8 a.m. 4:30.
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece.
Pretty good aircraft.
Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy
I
that.
have
It's bomber and an escort.
Whoa there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Pyro.
Golem, Mage, 2 new enemy groups.
This isn't exactly the fastest aircraft in the game.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my
Really
ass.
best when
You ladies, I can't tell them apart.
Don't ice up in there.
And also just for reference, I'm playing on the PlayStation 4 version of the game.
Harbor facilities and carrier destroyed. I call that mission accomplished. Still got half our package. Emptying about hangars and runways.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
Bandit confirmed with their
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Don't let them destroy the harbor! Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor is under heavy fire!
One remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
To Golem and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Golem Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Golem 1, return to base and report for debriefing. sign is page 2.
So, my plan is when I start a new game, I am going to do what's called a test flight. So what that means is
we are currently
I'm
assessing the
gonna
damage to the
a little
base.
bit off screen.
We have
And then I'm
confirmed
gonna
that the
try
aircraft
to
carrier
try and do,
Albatross was sunk.
spoiler-free in the thick
We know
of it,
the attacking bogies were from
flight
Erusia.
through, and then if
International
you guys
Union
like it,
peacekeeping
I
force
will
bases all over
restart
the
and
Yusian
do it
continent were
completely
attacked
from
in the
scratch.
same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You have our
Oh. I'm also skipping it.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Yuja, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Yuja, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Yusian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Yuja was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Yusians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Yuja, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats. And the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Yuzian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Grays Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
One thing you cannot be mad at for Race Combat is it is a beautiful game. And that is not a lie. They did a lot of work on it, and it shows. The big question currently is, what plane should I use? Let's use a Sukhoi 47. what I just put on the plane was variable cycle engine enhances the aircraft's acceleration and top speed. Superior maneuverability enhances its overall maneuverability. Automated fire extinguisher restores damage done to my aircraft to 50% once I reach 50%. Queen's Custom enhances everything. I'm also going to be putting down directional proximity fuses, which increase my standard missiles power, as well as thrust steering devices to increase its homing capabilities. And then down here we're going to be using hardpoint expansion for our bombs and bomb explosives. And I also have radiation screens for our respective skins. We'll use the special skin.
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP. Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
H2, target down.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there!
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle! Requesting permission to move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer! We need interceptors now!
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion.
We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Vehicle destroyed.
Missile.
Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
We'll go. Here they come. Take them down.
H2.
Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFM is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Missile. Missile.
H2 on its way.
Keep your mind focused.
No, they're not linked to the radar vehicles. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback moving forward. We can understand.
All transports have been destroyed. What are they carrying?
You've got no recourse.
The enemy aircraft away from the base.
Target has been destroyed. Way to go.
All right. This base is worth destroying.
Fox 2!
Careful, the enemy has a lock.
H2, missile, evade!
Missile, breaking.
Bandit is in my sights.
5 targets remaining.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Bandit on your tail.
Stall warning.
Missile, right down.
How the hell was the enemy able to hit it so accurately? Camouflaged.
Rename over clear ground. Have to bail out now.
Ultra One,
Status report. Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, Clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them.
Shit.
HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are
The
drones.
nice thing about the drones is if they have like
Golem 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter. He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
I'm buying dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
Fox 2.
That's a miss. What the? Where'd he go?
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
That was a close call.
You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
It's a Cobra.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours. The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel II was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel II is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive arsenal birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
So for this mission we want to bring a plane that's good for air-to-air combat. Red, let's bring a plane that is near and dear to my heart, the F-15C. It's not exactly the best plane, but it's short range, short-range aerial suppressional air-to-air missiles are extremely good. But where, yeah. Character we'll meet later on in Mission 5, but I don't bring this up.
Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
My goal for YouTube as a whole is to get a video out at least once a week, a video or a live stream. Maybe more, but I'll try to get a minimum of one video out a week.
Refueling
I am
initiated.
still
Maintain your
novice
current
at this,
position.
so don't expect top level quality, but I'll do my best.
Trigger, maintain your current approach. Excellent work, Trigger.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger, time to show the other guys what you went wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Golem 2 just knocked one down.
This right here is what we call a learning experience.
Roger that.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. Grand 3, bailing out!
For some reason my controller is having this weird glitch where the full cut to left for whatever reason. I don't know how to fix it. Maybe it's broken or know how to fix it, other than maybe the controller.
There's a real demon in there. If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in an IG turn.
Friendly lost.
4 remaining.
We're getting our ass kicked. Where are our reinforcements? They got me.
Three remaining. If they're going to miss their target, they explode. That's going nearby. So whatever the reason is why I like them.
Let's do the humane thing and and we're ready for a fight. Nice kill.
One remaining.
Once the enemy gets behind me, that's your chance to take him out.
Roger that.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
They have to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
Stupid arsenal bird needs plans. If you're new to the game, plans are quick move air-to-air missiles are very annoying. Well, they'll stay lost to
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
About that monster.
Break! Now!
We're just waiting for mission command.
We'll live through this, Trigger. These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. And there's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
But just that thing? God help us. It's hard enough just keeping up with the dogs.
Gold Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
I can't get a lock. Look at that light from the Arsenal bird. What's going on here?
Damn things have gotten smarter. How many do you think are left? Missile headed for a friendly.
Bandits are fast as hell.
We got me!
Damn. Skeleton 1
that
lost.
glowing ring around
Skeleton
it
2,
is
take
it
over
the
command.
unit or field base.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron detail. Hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Find the situation.
Firing.
Yo, Golem 1, heads up. Check your 6.
Golem 2, let's maintain element. Golem 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
Missile launch.
This is Golem 3, Golem 2's hit! Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Skeleton 3, break! Break! Missile! We lost another friendly!
Skeleton 3's lost.
They just keep coming. What's the plan?
Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
How'd that happen?
Quite a
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking!
Control row. I'm breaking off!
Skeleton 2 lost.
We got incoming!
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. If they'd done this earlier, more of us would have survived to hear it.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and I...
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy. Got one in my sights. Golem 3, missile! Break! Break! Target lock. Firing.
Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit.
Longer
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
Yeah, I'm talking about that.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work. More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
My status is fine. Affirmative. This is Gargoyle 1. Leading Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack!
One Vantage. Distance 30.
Missile. Gargoyle 1, caution! Missile! Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an Su-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Golem and Mage Squadron, help us!
Get those UAVs off of France. My watch.
Red Golem and Mage Squadron handle it. They'll pull through.
Get your asses out. Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fort Gray's aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
I'm dead meat. I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
This is not good. Brody, break off. Going for the loner. Locked on.
Missile evade.
I would say by far my favorite secondary weapon would have to be multi-purpose burst missile, which is a DLC thing for the Radio Protect 01 Morgan. Basically, imagine an SASM, but it's multi-purpose nuke, where if it'll miss it by it doesn't matter if it's going to hit its target or not, it explodes in a big ball of fire.
Hurry up. I know. All we can do is fly away as fast as we can.
Yowza.
It's perfect. Which would be perfect for it.
Good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Mage 2 is taking on multiple UAVs. He's got them at bay. We owe him one.
All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Mage 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach.
Unfortunately, the aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti.
Doing snow running.
Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas. This has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffer heavy losses.
It's a good game and we enjoy it.
If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home.
A series where
the situation is grim.
I think we have precious little time, however. We have to stay on this little island
the space elevator.
Quarantine with that. And so we only have, well, it's not one island, there's like a little island just off the coast, but we're pretty much quarantined with those two islands. Yeah, so I'll try to get that video out next week.
Here he comes. Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body.